Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Raw Review, and I'm the advocate for Gamer Fridge.
Welcome to Gamer Fridge, the weekly show all about Raw. GamerFridge.com.
Raw
Oh,
Review.
actually, sorry. We are Raw Review. Gamer Fridge is the website.
Yes.
I am AI.
I'm Mr. SeaWorld.
And this is our 5th episode of Raw Review.
I think this is a month now.
We've gone over a month, so this is first week of February, and we made it. We made it through our first month. What do you think,
Great.
Mr. Sewell?
I think it's going to be a lot more months to go.
Appreciate it. We're starting to get an audience. Right now we are live streaming on Twitch and YouTube. We're going to try to live stream the recording of it, and you guys can check that out later. The polished product is going to be up on YouTube. And actually, let me go back.
We're playing some...
And up right now, we got some game footage of SmackDown vs. Raw 2009 on the live stream. But when you're watching this on YouTube, it's going to be for the new game 2K16.
Yeah.
So what the concept of the show is, we talk about Raw and we try to recreate Raw as best we can in the game. With the matches,
reasons.
We can't show the actual footage, so we figured, hey, let's show the game footage. So that's what we do, and we just talk about Raw. So that is what we do. So let's get right into it. This week's Raw started off with
Paul Heyman.
Paul Heyman coming out first. Well, it had Brock's music, so Brock and Heyman came out.
Doesn't he have his own song, Paul Heyman?
I don't know.
Pretty sure he has his own song.
No, I always seen him with somebody else.
Huh.
So he comes out and he talks. So remember last week I said that they should have set up the three last Raw ended with the triple threat match of Dean Ambrose, Roman Reigns, and Brock Lesnar. And I said that it should have just been
really dumb. Dean
Ambrose and Roman Reigns, and later on, Paul Heyman would come in and say, it was unfair that Brock got thrown out by the Wyatt family because they were already out, that he should be able to get a chance at the match.
Yeah.
So he kind of it sounded like it might have went that way because he brought it up, that the fact that they got thrown out, and he just kind of said, well, we're going to deal with them at our leisure, but right now we're going to focus on Fastlane, which is the next pay-per-view. This triple threat match of so with this match, whoever wins this match is going on to WrestleMania to face Triple H. So this whole first segment, that's what it built up to.
Yeah. So then after that, they were talking about it, and they were like, "Aw, man, got thrown out. We're going to Fastlane. Eat, sleep, conquer, suplex city, blah blah. All the standard Paul Heyman stuff." And then Dean Ambrose came out and just generally made it better. It's just a better time when Dean Ambrose is there.
Yeah. So because they said, well, Roman Reigns knows what it's like to fight against Brock, but this Dean Ambrose guy, he's crazy. He's on the short bus. He's not the sharpest blade in the drawer, kind of a thing. And pretty much on cue, Dean Ambrose comes out and pretty much looks him in the face and says his best. I mean, he was Dean Ambrose. It was great. He just got him in his face and says, "You're gonna suplex me. You're gonna probably beat the crap out of me, and so is Roman Reigns. But I don't care. You guys can keep doing that all day long. I'm still gonna win because I'm the Iron Man of the WWE." Which was
Iron Man.
And he got right in his face of Brock Lesnar. And you notice something? Brock Lesnar actually talked. He talked. This is the first time I've ever heard him talk.
He talks. He talks all the time, just not on a mic.
But this is when we heard him talk like 3 times. Kind of like...
Oh, yeah.
3 times in the actual show. Even at one point, Triple H tells Paul Heyman to leave. So I need to talk to Brock. He doesn't say much, but he actually talks. Which I thought was interesting that they brought it. Now, I have to mention that Brock Lesnar's shirt, I actually like that. It was like Suplex City, Exit F5. I was just kind of noticing the little details they did on that shirt.
Yeah, that's
it was sponsored by Jimmy John's. I don't know how he gets sponsors on the back of his shirt. But
because he's Brock Lesnar.
Because they're freaky facts. Freaky facts. But anyway, so that was the intro. I don't know if you want to add anything.
He says, "Take me to Suplex City, baby."
Who did?
Dean, and Dean Ambrose. He just made it better. It was boring because it's same old stuff. Blah blah blah.
I'm just happy that McMahon's weren't out there. That would have just, I don't know.
So yeah, first time in a while we've started the show without the McMahons.
Right. So that was good. So that set up the first match, which would have been. They actually didn't set up any match. It was just the next match was Kalisto versus Rusev.
So the first match of the night is Kalisto versus Rusev with Alberto Del Rio on commentary.
Commentary. And Lana's out there.
Yeah.
First time this year.
Yep. What? No.
Yep. Remember, because he always comes out with a League of Nations, and Lana's never with him.
That.
Look it up. I've been watching. I've been paying attention.
But he has to have a singles match.
That's his first singles match this year on Raw. I think. Oh, she was at the. I think she was at the Royal Rumble. Yeah, she showed up in the Royal Rumble. Maybe that's what you're thinking. But it was his first time on Raw. And so the match itself. So Kalisto is kind of, and Rusev kind of David and Goliath kind of a matchup.
Yeah.
And Kalisto held his own. I mean, this match was freaking awesome. He was Kalisto. I mean, he did some awesome.
He did a lot of dodging. He didn't.
He had to. You get him once by him, you're done.
Yeah.
Did he actually get hit by Rusev, or did he just keep dodging?
I don't know. I had to go do it. He got hit before.
He survived though.
Yeah.
Man, it was a good match. And
early.
One of the better matches of the night, I would say.
Kalisto, man, he's always got that going for him. He's a really good performer.
Like Rey Mysterio when he was younger.
Yeah, he's still wrestling, just in different places. There was one part where like Rusev was going for like a power bomb, but then like Kalisto like threw him. He like did a Hurricane Rana over the top rope. Right?
Yeah. I think he did a DDT on him too. Yeah, he did. There was a part where he did like top rope, and he reversed it and threw. He did a DDT on Rusev, and he didn't like. Rusev just like was stunned. It wasn't like he knocked him out, but he just sat there stunned that this just happened to him. He's just like, what? But yeah, it was a good match. I mean, like I said, I think it was one of the better ones. And Kalisto actually won.
Mm-hmm.
Not
by pinfall though. He Hurricane Rana'd him into the barricade, and then he ran into the ring, and Rusev got counted out.
Oh, it was a count out.
There was a part where like Kalisto or Rusev was throwing him into the table. He like smashed him against the steps and went to throw him into the table, but Kalisto jumps up and he lands on the table, and then Rusev's turned around, and then Kalisto jumps off, and then he hits a Hurricane Rana, and it's like a
he flung him into Barricade. That's what it was. Yeah, but it was kind of a fake. I mean, he just kind of threw himself towards it. But yeah, I counted out. It was a good match. I always like watching Kalisto. So, yep. So the next, that would kind of set up. This Raw was kind of slow, I would have to say. It was slow building.
It's a good start.
Good start.
Then we had Roman Reigns, Dean Ambrose, and Stephanie backstage.
Now this is the first time I've heard Stephanie talk, which I wasn't annoyed by her and how she was explaining. They had the championship belt on display, and it was her office, but it was pretty much one of those backstage places where they her office moves around with her.
It was how did they get into?
They're in the stadium somewhere. That is not her office. I'm sorry, but it was it had some curtain, and Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns were waiting for Stephanie.
I think they were just looking at
No, they were supposed to be waiting for Stephanie in her office, and that was supposed to be her office. So, but she pretty much said this used to be yours, and
yeah, and
you guys are gonna have to fight each other because you guys are on the same page, but
everyone's gonna turn on each other. Dean Ambrose, how do you feel about being Roman Reigns' sidekick? And Dean's like, he's my sidekick.
Yeah, he's my sidekick. What are you talking about? And they didn't blink an eye at that. They're like, we know what you're trying to do. We're not stupid. And he goes, well, if you guys are on such a same page, how do you feel about going against New Day today? And so that's the setup for the main event.
Yeah.
That's the main event.
New Day, always.
New Day and Roman Reigns. So
they're always put into whatever tag team match they need to be in, and you know what? They work it every time.
Yep. Also, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Then we cut to a backstage segment which shows Nikki Bella. She got injured a while ago and she's in surgery.
She had fusion on her neck and she's in bad shape. And she's like, I'm going to fight through this. And woo. That was about it.
It's Charlotte came backstage and she's like, oh, I think I caused this. Haha.
Yeah, it was rubber nose and it's like, okay, whatever.
Okay. Then we get to the thing that we actually care about.
Social Outcast.
Yes. Okay, so Adam Rose and Curtis Axel specifically, are they I think they might be the two that tag.
What about the other guy?
No, Bo Dallas was there. He was there last time.
Hey, baby. What about him?
Hey, baby. I don't know. I think they all just tagged.
No, they all came out. Okay, so Curtis Axel, Heath Slater, and the other guy.
Come on.
I don't know his name.
Adam Rose.
They all three come out. And they were bragging how they were trending and stuff like that. But Bo wasn't out.
Bo wasn't there.
Where was Bo Dallas?
He wasn't there. Where was he? Bo.
Oh, Bo. Yeah. He was dropping beats.
Oh, yeah.
He's dropping his new album.
He's not there right
now.
Bo
Ryder.
Bo Ryder's out.
They actually mentioned Bo Ryder again. It was great.
He's about to drop his mixtape.
Yeah, he's working on his mixtape, so he couldn't come out there. He goes, oh, yeah. And they were like, where are you, Bo? Where? And they're like, you idiots. He already told us he wouldn't be here.
That's amazing.
On a side note, these guys are actually becoming really funny. These guys are
becoming.
They're becoming. My two favorite segments I'm looking forward to on Raw now is when the Social Outcasts come out and when New Day comes out. Anything else is kind of I mean, literally, it was this Raw was boring until they came out.
Yeah, pretty much. Kalisto and Kalisto.
That was okay. The match was okay, but I'm not being entertained by these other guys as much as I am Social Outcasts.
Yeah, they. It's because they're amazing. Okay, I told you from the start that these, when they debuted, I told you these guys are going to be awesome, and they are awesome.
Okay, and then so this is
Versus the
a tag team match
Usos.
against the Usos. Usos needs to tag against somebody every week because it's like they don't know what to do with the Usos. They're not really feuding with anybody.
Yeah.
I mean, they were going after the tag team belt, but they're not even going after tag team belt anymore. And they kind of helped out. They helped out The Rock last week. They just don't really know. And I was somebody on Twitter's like, yeah, I just don't know what to think about the Usos. They have a good look. They're energetic. They just don't have no personality. They don't really talk.
No, they don't. Well, they do. They do actually. They talk when they actually have something to talk about. They will talk, and they're pretty good. Are Los Matadores doing anything? And they've like broken up like all of the tag teams right now. Like Primetime Players isn't together anymore for some reason.
Yeah. Yeah, they never have what's his name out.
Darren Young still does things. He's still out there, and he just doesn't. It's weird because they both still have like the Primetime Players Titantron, and they both still have the same music, but they won't go out together.
As Primetime Players.
Yeah, and they don't do their dance anymore, and like
yes.
and then Los Matas. I don't even know what happened to them. Yeah,
so there's really nobody for them to feud with.
Yeah, it's the Dudleys.
Now, obviously, Social Outcast will be a good candidate to see what happens with them. So this was I forget how this match went.
It started out with.
Oh yeah, they actually did pretty good.
Outcast going strong.
Yeah, Outcast. Start. Yeah, Mr. Zero was so happy. He was like, they're actually doing something.
Yeah, they did. Okay, my favorite thing ever that happened. Okay, so they did this like awesome combo. It was like Curtis Axel brought up, I think it was Jay, and like did a backbreaker on him. Then Adam Rose came from the top rope and did like a leg drop on him.
So some teamwork going on.
It is my favorite spot. It was amazing. It looked cool, and it was Outcasts, so of course it's good. But they looked good while going, and they were actually doing really well. And you know what? They made them do a hot tag. They got the Usos to do a hot tag. They brought them to that point where they beat them down enough where they had to do a hot tag.
And then, in my book, that's pretty good.
And then the hot tag happened.
And
then I cried.
And then it was over.
And double super kick, Uso splash.
Oh, the double super kick. That was cool. Both the announcers like, super kick. I think it was that one. Or that was that was Rusev did that super kick. In the match before, I'm thinking. But yeah, a lot of super kicks going on this Monday, and yeah, it was ended right there. Usos win.
Uso double super kick. They did the Uso splash, and the Usos win.
Yeah, and Mr. Siwo cried.
Uso boo.
Uso boo.
I was very upset. Like they looked like they were going to finally win. Social Outcasts have not won one match, and it makes me so sad. I mean, Heath Slater beat Dolph Ziggler. That's as far as they've gotten.
And then that sets up a show. A show, we'll say.
Yeah. So then we go to Miz TV, the most musty show on television. Raw. What does it call it? I don't know. But it's with
the WWE Network for $9.99.
Yeah. I forget how much that costs.
I thought that was part of its name. I thought it was I thought it was WWE Network $9.99.com.
It's not. But it's with none other than the phenomenal AJ Styles.
Okay, so this segment, The Miz likes to talk, and The Miz talked the whole thing. Didn't give AJ a chance to talk. I mean, he talked him up, and I'm sitting there watching him do this. I'm like, they can't really boo him because he's talking how great AJ Styles. He pretty much went through his whole history of wrestling, his whole wrestling life.
And football.
Yeah. He brought in his football. He's like started his whole career. And AJ's sitting there going, okay. And then every time he would point the mic to him, he'd go, and then
It's
something
like,
else.
can I? And then.
And then he's like, "You gonna let me talk?" No, you can't talk.
I'm the Miz, you fool. I'm better than you.
Cause I'm awesome.
Then, after a while, he was like,
Okay, you predicted this right before he did it. What he was trying to do.
Yeah, he was talking him up. I'm like, wait, the Miz is fanboying right now, and that's not normal. And this is a guy that's not from WWE, and he's new, and he's, oh yeah, remember Damian Sandow? Oh yeah, remember Daniel Bryan? Oh yeah, remember that feud that almost happened with Neville? What happened to that?
I have no idea. Keep going.
Yeah, he was like, I can mentor you, I can help you, this is the big leagues.
Wasn't that NXT in its infancy? With Daniel Bryan?
Pretty much, yeah.
Was it not that the special show on USA? Before
yeah.
it became what it is now?
Yeah, he was like, some people will call me the father of the Yes movement.
And he tried to do the Yes movement.
Yes.
And everybody's like, no.
It's like, no.
He's like,
no.
You guys are stupid.
When my hand goes up, your mouth goes shut.
I was like, what are we in kindergarten? Like,
it's like your sketch.
I tell my kids this. I tell kids in Sunday school that. All right, when the hand goes up,
your mouth goes shut.
But yeah, and then so he did that for so long that I guess AJ got sick of it. No, because then he starts yelling at the crowd.
Yeah, he's just like,
who is this AJ Styles? He'll be nothing if he doesn't work under me. He can't survive the WWE. And then he just starts talking trash about him. And then he turns around and he meets the Phenom.
Phenom? What? Undertaker wasn't out there. What? When that happened?
What is he called?
The Phenomenal One.
Phenomenal. Phenom. That's short for phenomenal.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Phenomenal. The Phenomenal One. There's a difference, alright?
There's no difference in my book.
There is a big difference. One is Undertaker and the other is AJ Styles.
I just think AJ Styles is just trying to piggyback off of Undertaker.
You need to stop. Okay, the internet already hates us enough, Dad.
We love you, internet.
Oh, they hate us.
Yeah, he's piggybacking off of.
Stop talking.
The Undertaker.
No, that's not what we think.
Because he's got to get established.
No, he's been at this for much longer.
Nobody's ever heard of him.
No, a lot of. I'm sorry. I'd like to personally.
I'm messing around.
I'd like to personally apologize for the actions of this man. Oh, we are so screwed.
I don't need no apology. So anyway, AJ gets sick of it and just beats the crap out of the Miz, and it was great. It was like a long time coming. They built it up, and he just punched the crap out of the Miz and threw him out.
Miz versus AJ, that could be cool.
Miz versus AJ was SmackDown tomorrow.
Yeah.
Or Thursday.
Heck.
So yeah, they immediately set that up. So I'm like, okay, that's a good start for a feud.
Yeah, that's
a good start for AJ.
I don't know. The Miz, I don't think a lot of people would. I'd be okay with it, because you know what? Go Miz. Go freaking
They need to do
Miz.
something with him. I guess Miz TV is something, but it doesn't seem like he does much anymore. Except he's kind of Rock's chauffeur.
Chauffeur. Yeah.
Or valet. He's his valet.
Go park the Rock's trunk for me.
Go park the Rock's truck.
And then
man, there was a lot of bathroom breaks on this Raw because it has another Divas match.
I mean, I normally I like the Divas matches. I watch them. I think, wow, okay, but this is Brie Bella and Charlotte, and
woo.
Well, there was a part where Ric Flair almost kicks a girl.
That'd been awesome.
And then Brie Bella actually didn't job out today. You know, she rolled up Charlotte and she won.
And then we get some important news.
Yeah. This is okay. Are you sitting down? This is
More serious news, actually.
This is for real. They announced. No, they didn't announce, but they told us that Bret Hart he currently is suffering from prostate cancer.
Yeah, so they had a lot of tweets and stuff about his fight for it. I guess he just announced it. I guess he's known for a little bit. He's talking about all the surgeries and stuff, and that he has had to endure, which is unfortunate. I mean, that's the rough one.
Yeah.
Prostate cancer. Any cancer is hard to deal with, but our prayers and thoughts are with him, and it's a hard one. So I mean, that was a big blow to a lot of people.
Yeah.
Hopefully. Who's Natalia? She posted some stuff about it. So I mean, there's a lot of wrestling family involved with the Harts, and so yeah, they announced that, and then they cut out. And then we set up a next match, which was Eric Rollins versus The Big Show.
So, on a little bit of a lighter note, Eric Rowan versus The Big Show. That happened. What did you think?
It was a good match. Two big guys going at it. I think Big Show pretty much handled them. And you were like, Eric Rollins going to job out again. And sure enough, he did.
He tried to suplex The Big Show, which didn't work.
Yeah,
and he should have. You know what? They should have let him do that. Because that would have been...
Big Show has been hurt by smaller people that's broke his neck. So he's very cautious about who can lift him.
Fair enough.
And this is... I'm trying to... who's the other guy from the Wyatts?
Luke Harper or Braun Strowman?
The big guy.
Braun Strowman.
That should have been the match, not this. Not Eric Rowan. But I guess they set it up at the end of this. So it was... Big Show pretty much made quick work of Eric Rowan. But then, of course...
so sad. They should not have a jobber in the Wyatts. They should all just be three big dudes that take out everyone.
Eventually they did. So
yeah,
they eventually... everybody but Bray came out and beat the crap out of Big Show. I mean, they beat the snot out of him after the match. After Big Show won, they got in, took him out, and they took the stairs, the aluminum stairs that are sitting out there.
They're steel.
Yeah.
They're steel.
Sheet metal.
Don't say that. Wait, they're not steel?
They're sheet metal.
What?
But
I hate you. They're not steel.
The garbage cans they use are real too. Anyway,
I hate you.
But they dropped him on. They dropped him flat on his back on those stairs, and that looked like it hurt because it did not give. It just went thump. I was like, ooh. They picked up the Big Show and dropped him on. They cleared off, and he just dropped him. I'm like, dang, if that didn't crack his back, broke it. And where was Bray?
I don't know.
I was like, where's Bray? Bray wasn't there at all. I was like, is this the Wyatts without Bray Wyatt? This is weird.
Like, there's no reason for... There was no reason for him to not be there. Did Bray Wyatt get injured too? I swear.
Well, they can't even call him Wyatt family because he's the only Wyatt.
Did he really get injured? That's my only guess. And I don't
know.
Or
he had something to do. Sometimes they miss a plane or something like that. But yeah, that happened. And then that was actually a interesting part of the night. And then after that was Titus O'Neil versus Tyler Breeze.
Okay. Hold up. This was a throwaway match of the night, but it peeved me. It peeved me.
Clash of the Titans.
Titus. Clash of the Titus. That's his finishing move. Okay, so Tyler Breeze, he has not been used right at all. By the way, Titus O'Neil won. So
I called him Morrison 2.0. You disagree.
Yeah, he's different.
He's different enough, but he's Morrison. He's the character Morrison. Stuck on himself from Hollywood.
He's not from Hollywood.
I mean, he thinks he's from Hollywood. I mean, he's just I just look at him.
Self-centered.
And I just think, yeah.
He's a different. Well, he's similar, but he's not like.
Yeah, he's Morrison 2.0. I mean, that means he's different enough, but he's pretty much the same character. I could see Morrison walking around with a selfie stick.
No, you couldn't.
Yes, I could.
Stop it.
Yes, I could.
Please stop.
You know you could too.
No, I couldn't.
You could see him
stop.
because him and Miz were like all about themselves. We are awesome. That's Miz was like, I'm awesome. That's where it came from. Miz and Morrison.
But shut up.
Actually, I think Titus O'Neil and Miz should should be a tag team.
Titus O'Neil and The Miz?
Yeah.
You mean Tyler Breeze?
Yeah, Tyler Breeze. What did I say? Titus O'Neil? No.
Yeah.
Well, that would work too, but no.
No, it wouldn't. No. But yeah, Tyler. No, they're too. They wouldn't click.
Yeah, they would. They would click.
They wouldn't click.
Yes, they would.
No, they wouldn't.
They're so self-centered.
No, but that's like
But that's what Miz and Morrison
Tyler Breeze is like so self-centered. He doesn't want anyone else. That's the thing. Like he's more self-centered than both of them.
I don't know the character very well. I just think the character looks stupid to me. He had brown pants on, and I hate the color brown. So I don't know. He just gets a boo.
Okay, so, anyways, Tyler Breeze was.
Or he should join South Shore Outcast because he's an outcast.
Stop. No one cares about what you think. Okay.
Really, he's just a nobody. Like you said, it's a throwaway match.
I hate you. Okay, so,
what the heck is Titus O'Neil?
Stop talking.
Why is Titus O'Neil fighting him though? It's like he's fought Stardust 3 or 4 times, and then they throw him in with Titus or what's his name? Tyler. What the heck is it? Tyler Breeze. Really? This is a huge dude. Why is he fighting these guys?
Rey Mysterio beat Big Show, so Hornswoggle beat Big Show.
Hornswoggle did not beat Big Show.
That happened, I swear.
No, it did not. I just remember. No, he did not. No, he did not.
Hit a tadpole splash on him.
No.
Okay, so. Yes, he did.
No.
Yes, that happened, and I remember it, and I will forever. Now, stop talking. No one cares about your lies. Okay.
Go ahead.
So,
say what you gotta say.
Tyler Breeze, he came up from NXT, and he was actually really big in NXT. He was like a big heel guy.
See, this is where I think This is where I think you're getting delusional. NXT and Raw are 2 different things, and these guys coming up from NXT thinking they're gonna be all big, it's just not working. I think they should just go back to NXT and blow it up. Seriously, it's kind of like ECW.
Okay, so I think what you're missing is the complete concept of NXT. It's you. This is a training place. You train.
But I think NXT. But you must agree with me that NXT is getting bigger than SmackDown.
That is true. But it's still like a developmental thing, despite what many people will say. It's still like a developmental place where it's like, okay, we'll put you here, and once you show us, like, you know what you're doing.
Yeah, but they put Samoa Joe there.
Well, that's just to build up the other guys.
Yeah, but Samoa Joe could have been on Raw immediately. He should have been on Raw with AJ Styles.
There's a lot of people in NXT. Okay, so NXT.
I take Samoa Joe over. Who is this guy?
Tyler Breeze. Stop. Okay.
Okay. Let's give a final word. Say what you gotta say.
I hate you. Okay, so that is my final word. Okay. No.
He likes Tyler Breezy.
Okay, but seriously,
Breezy.
Seriously, what I was actually going to say was Tyler Breeze is like he was really big in NXT. Well, not like really big, but he was a heel. He was a good heel, and he actually feuded with Neville, by the way. And he actually had like a little promo thing before this, and I was like, hey, he might actually stand a no. But he put up a good fight at the beginning. I was like, wait, is no, he didn't win. But it made me really upset that he didn't win, because this could actually have built up Titus and Tyler at the same time.
Yeah, you're saying that.
Like, he could have, this is an easy way to start a feud right here. Have Tyler Breeze get a clean win over Titus O'Neil, this huge guy, and that could build him up and be like, hey, I just beat Titus O'Neil, and he's been winning a bunch, and he's a big guy, and then start a feud between them, and then Titus O'Neil would be like, hey, it's two heels, is a heel and a face, and they're going at it, and Tyler Breeze picked up a win over him, so that gives Titus O'Neil incentive to go back after him, and Tyler Breeze is like, hey, I already beat you, man, but I'll do it again because I can, and I'm beautiful, okay?
Okay, I agree that might have done something with them, but
I swear, if they go at it again, Tyler Breeze better win.
okay, yeah. So because the whole Stardust one was kind of old. Okay, anyway, Titus won that match. So
Sad.
and then sadly, he won. But then we move on.
You don't think it's sad? You don't think it's sad at all?
I'm crying like a big baby.
Go away.
Where? All right, next up is a backstage bit with Triple H and Brock Lesnar, and he pretty much gets in Triple H gets in Brock's face. He actually tells Paul Heyman to leave. That gets in his face and says, "Is it getting soft in Suplex City?" Because he let Dean Ambrose get in his face. So he's like, "We'll find out in WrestleMania."
I'm not talking to you.
Mr. C was so mad over that last bit, but then that comes up the next match, which was Dolph Ziggler versus Kevin Owens. Now, in Mr. C, I know I hurt your feelings and everything, but let's talk about this match. This match was actually, you both have to admit, I'm like I said, I'm becoming a fan of Kevin Owens' work ethic, because this match, man, they put on a show.
I'm only back because I like these guys. Okay, so yeah, Kevin Owens and Dolph Ziggler, they're always good because they're both great wrestlers. They're like Dolph Ziggler. He's I heard he wrote a book. It was called Bestseller. Get it? Get it? Get it?
No.
I hate you. But no, because he sells good.
I don't get what you're saying.
He's a good seller. He's the best sell. You know what? This conversation is over. Anyways.
Got it. Bestseller. Got it. Okay. Gotcha.
So, when Owens came out, he was walking down the ramp, and then there was a guy with a sign and slapped it out of his hand.
Yeah, I didn't even get to read the sign. And Kevin Owens, I put on the notes that Kevin Owens was slap happy because he was slapping stuff. He slapped a sign right out of the guy's hand. It was like right on the corner when he turns the corner to get up into the ring. He goes there and slaps it right out of his hand. I was like, and he just slapped that dude's sign right. And the guy was mad. He's like, "Hey man, that was my sign. And I got my glitter glue and everything out for it."
It was Kevin Owens, man. He don't care. I wonder if that was an actor. It might have been an actor, but
did that? No, he slapped that sucker right out of her. It was funny.
But
and then after the match, he slapped JBL's hat. JBL's like, "What did my hat ever do to you?"
You
and he's usually the guy who's like going for the heels. He's pushing the heels, and he's like, "What's up, man? What did my hat do to you?"
My hat, man.
That's my hat. That's my cowboy hat. That's when I'm riding my horse and I need to put on my hat. That's the hat I put on, and you just slap my hat. I do not appreciate it.
Michael.
But the match itself, man, lots of close calls.
I really like the part where Kevin Owens, he Irish whipped Dolph Ziggler, to the other corner, and you know how they normally like crash into the corner or something. Well, he didn't like crash in. He just ran straight into the corner and hit his head and then fell backwards.
At one point, Zig Ziglar took a butt to the gut.
The cannonball.
Yeah, he did the flipped over. I was like, dang, that must have hurt.
The tree of woe cannonball. That tree of woe. That's where they hanged him.
Yep. Tree of woe.
Yeah, and he took that, and it didn't look pretty.
Yeah, it looked like it hurt. But I'd give this match actually an A.
It was a really good match. I like Kevin Owens. He went for how it ended. I loved it. Kevin Owens went for the pop up, and then Dolph Ziggler like hopped over him and hit the zigzag.
Zigzag.
And then Ziggler won, and then Owens went and slapped JBL's hat, and it was the first time in a while that Ziggler's won anything. After that match,
But the beef with Keith Apicary, that's the one I want to see.
Keith Apicary needs to come up.
If you don't know who Keith Apicary is, look him up. He's the classic gaming whiz, and shout out to the Keith Apicary if you somehow ever watch this. You're my hero.
You inspire us all.
Get some pants on.
Then after that we have Black History Month tribute to
Mark Henry.
Who he
pretty much, I think this is, they're foreshadowing that he's going to be in the Hall of Fame, and I didn't know his whole story, and it was actually really interesting to watch that. And I know he's I've watched interviews with him, and I know he's all about getting African Americans involved, not only in wrestling but in like behind the scenes. I watched an interview with him, and he talked about he's more interested in getting them in the business side of it, getting more young African Americans into the business side of wrestling. He's like, and he did win. Somebody said that he didn't win a world championship, but he did win the world heavyweight championship, which was the actual belt from WCW, which I think is a more important belt than the WWE belt, because the WWE belt is kind of I think the one they have now is a unified belt, but that belt that he won is from the like WCW, NWA, way back days. That belt has more lineage and history than the WWE belt.
He's just saying this because he's a WCW fanboy. Okay.
No, I'm serious. That belt has more history.
WWE came first.
No, it didn't.
Yes,
no, it didn't.
WWF. Then it went to.
No. That belt that he won came from the merger with WCW.
Yeah, but like the first.
But that WCW belt came from the NWO. Look at your history. It came from other. They brought it in.
It came from WCW.
No, WCW got it from. That belt has history. Like there's like an organization that has that belt, and they moved it from different wrestling. Watch the Rise and Fall of WCW.
We watched that.
Yeah, well, that's the whole history of the company and the belt and how they all merged. But anyway, that was the Mark Henry thing, which was really cool. I think it's really cool to give Mark props, seeing that he's probably going to retire.
I think he's still got like a year left in him.
He's done everything. I mean, I think he's showing all signs he wants to retire. So.
Yeah, he
along with Kobe, same year as Kobe.
he
Peyton Manning probably will retire after he wins the Super Bowl.
I don't know any of this. He let Neville job to him, or like he jobbed to Neville, and it was great because he stood up and he shook his hand. He's like, "You're gonna do well in this business." It was like, that's good, Mark. You're over now.
Right.
And then they followed that up with a Divas match.
After that came the Chris Jericho interview.
Wait.
He talked about AJ Styles. About him. What's her name? The interviewer. She asked him about him
William
losing to
Garcia.
AJ Styles, and he was just like, you know what? He's a great guy. I'm looking forward to seeing him fight other people. So, and he just didn't even acknowledge. He's like, it was a good match, which he should. I think that's pretty awesome of Jericho. And then after that was the funniest segment. You got doo-doo on your foot. So this running thing is Goldust trying to get R-Truth to be a tag team partner. His tag team partner. And he goes to the bathroom, and here's Goldust sitting.
He wasn't even sitting. He was like squatting.
Squatting like on top of the toilet. And I don't know if it was scripted or not, but he accidentally stuck his foot in the toilet. He's like, whoa. And he's like, yo, I want you to be my tag team partner. And he's like, dude, you're crazy. And you got doo-doo on your foot. and then he's like, wait a minute. Who's your last team partner? Wasn't it Little Jimmy? And wasn't he imaginary?
And he was like, no, don't go there. And he started walking away, and he's like, wait, no, did I say imaginary? No, I meant interstellar, like my weirdo brother. No, come back.
Like my weirdo brother. That's like calling the kettle black, whatever they say.
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know what the saying is.
And it's funny because they followed that up with the main event.
And we'll come back to that in a second. It was New Day, and you got them as brothers in arms.
That's what the announcers called them, and I was like, you know what? That's their tag team name, because I'm sick of writing Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose.
The Shield-ish. The Shieldy-ish. But that's the next match.
And now we're at our main event, which is the New Day versus the Brothers in Arms, which is what I am calling Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose, because it's shorter to type.
I call him Shieldy.
That works too. So.
Okay, like, my notes, I actually tweeted this. I just said, New Day makes me happy. That's all.
Power of positivity.
It was the power of positivity. I seriously was feeling the power of positivity when I was watching this, because I was so happy. It was so funny. Okay, so New Day, as you said, last week had the best segment with The Rock. And so, can the New Day really top what they did with The Rock last week? No, I'm not going to say they did that, but boy, did they carry themselves quite well.
Boy, did they try.
So, they went on to talk about how they're, The Rock said some bad things. And this is a family show. And he should be ashamed.
He was stressing out Francesca.
Francesca was stressed out. I mean, it was just somehow the WWE network got plugged.
Like they straight up said it was a plug.
Oh no, they said Jerry Springer, and we can see this. He said that stuff belongs on Jerry Springer, which you can see on WWE Network.com, and they
for
goes, for $9.99, and they go, that was a good plug. Good job. Like you could see Jerry Springer on WWE Network.
Wait.
And they were like proud of that. They were like, that was a great plug. And I was like, what?
Good job, Kofi.
And so, yeah, so they plugged it, and then they said, Rock should be ashamed. Shame. And then shame him again.
Shame.
One more time.
Shame.
And so that was great. And then they said, we are New Day. We are here for the families. We're for the children.
See that child over there?
And they showed a boy, and he's dancing.
He's like, see, look at them hips. Them hips don't lie.
And then they're like, we are for the children.
But don't get us wrong. we'll still fight you.
We'll fight you, little kid. I was like, what?
But we'll do it with love.
I was like, what? They were like, we'll fight you. We're gonna fight, and then they kept going back to the kid, and the kid's just still dancing. He was just like,
He didn't even care.
he didn't even care. He goes, we'll fight you, but we'll do it in love. And I'm like, this is great. This makes me happy. So happy.
And then we're going to beat Roman Reigns, Dean Ambrose. Ambrings is like, yeah, that's what they call him on like Tumblr and all those fan fiction sites. And he's like, wait, what's fan fiction? And it was like, and then it was like, well, it's whoa, let's not go down that rabbit hole. And it was,
they throw out these references that are so great, and I'm like, oh, that's what I think at that point I was like, they just make me happy. Power of positivity. And so,
so great.
What did they call them? Rambos?
What?
Rambos?
Ambrains.
Ambrains? I think you should have gone Rambones.
Rambo?
Rambo. But,
let's not get into this. Let's not have this conversation today.
Okay. And then, so they have the match, tag team match. It was good.
Yeah, it was,
Good closing match.
yeah, it was, the New Day, that one part.
And we gotta make a note that Paul Heyman was on commentary.
Oh, yeah, he was.
Man, was he annoying. Thank you, Mr. Heyman. You're welcome.
It was,
Good point, Mr. Heyman. And he just kept doing that.
It was funny, though, because, like, you know, the commentary team, they're not exactly the best at the job, and he was like, yeah, you know, step your game up.
I have to say for the announcing, if it wasn't for Michael Cole, that whole thing would be garbage.
Pretty much. They need to bring the guy from SmackDown onto Raw. Or just keep him on there, because, like, it's like, you know, they got the best commentator on SmackDown, and you got a reason to watch SmackDown.
Yeah, and Michael Cole is holding that fort down until somebody else could get Booker T back. He was funner to listen to.
Oh, that's somebody. You know what? It's weird because like every other show than Raw has like one like really strong commentator, and like SmackDown has what's his face? I forget his name. I can never.
Blurry face.
He's really good.
And he cares what you think.
Seriously, watch SmackDown. He's amazing. I watched SmackDown the other day because I heard Kalisto and Neville were going at it, and I watched it, and this dude is amazing.
Anyway.
And then NXT has Corey Graves. He's really good.
He's delicious.
Yeah.
And nutritious.
But anyways, Big E, he went to go for that apron splash that he does, and he missed it, and it
looked brutal.
It didn't look fun, like, at all. And Xavier Woods, he actually got a move in.
Oh yeah, he actually did something. I was asking Mr. SeaWorld here. I'm like, does he actually wrestle? When's the last time you seen him actually wrestle? Because remember the last time he's like, you're gonna face Big E. He always pawns it off on somebody else. He thinks he's got his horn. Francesca too.
But yeah, he actually does wrestle, and his finisher is like one of the coolest ones I've ever seen. It looks really good. And what was that? But it looks really good. His finisher, you never see it though.
Right. So this match went on for a while, but eventually
there's a Superman punch into a Dirty Deeds.
And that was pretty much it. And then it was Roman Reigns and
Dean Ambrose.
I
think Dean got pinned.
Yep. And then... Well, Paul Heyman's out there, so you know Brock's going to come out. And I forget who he F5'd.
Dean.
Was it Dean?
Yeah.
Yep. Roman was outside the ring, and Dean gets F5'd. It's kind of how they ended it. To kind of... because remember Triple H came out there and said, is it being soft in Suplex City? I think that was kind of retaliation for that. So that was that. That was Raw. And again, appreciate everybody watching. Appreciate people watching the live stream. We're going to try to do this more, getting more feedback. I'd like to hear from you guys. We do have an email address, which is gamerfridge@gmail.com. If you want to send us an email, we will read them, reply to them. I really appreciate all the stuff. We have a Twitch channel now. We're doing just random, not just wrestling. We do all kinds of different things. Gamerfridge is also on YouTube. That's a good place to check us out. And we are also at gamerfridge.com, which we will eventually get updated. It has a lot of content on there right now, and we're trying to do some live streaming. See what you like. Again, feedback is great. I appreciate everybody who has watched us, and this is our second month into this, and I think it's been a lot of fun. Again, we'll see you next week on Raw Review. I'm out. I am AI.
I am Mr. SeaWorld.
And we will see you next time.
#push Tyler Breeze.